Hey, welcome to the Weekly Howl, Wife to Wolf, part of Wife to Wolf Network. I'm your host, Roman, here with Vincent, and we're going to be talking about a few things. I just want to start off by saying that I am going to Vegas this weekend, and I going for a bachelor party, and I honestly I've been there before, and it's a lot. It's fun, but I'm a little fucking scared also, just because Vegas can get, as everyone knows, a little too much. Last time I went for 4 days, and that was way too fucking much. It was, I would say 3 days is too much. I'm going for 2 days, and that's pushing it. Because Vegas, you just start to get out of your mind from, uh, various substances and, gambling and all that shit. But
Yeah. Well, well, so just strip clubs of Vegas, be wary. Roman is on his way. And yeah,
Spearmint Rhino.
yeah. So so I've never been to Vegas. The only time I've been to Vegas was the only time I've been to Vegas was an emergency stop on an airplane. Like a guy, like I was on a plane going from California to the East Coast, and 20 minutes into the air, a guy started having a seizure, and we had to make an emergency stop in Vegas. So that's my one trip to Vegas.
He
Uh,
had his drug dealer. He was he was jonesing for some fucking coke. There's
pro-
coke everywhere in Vegas.
Probably. Yeah, no, but I haven't been to Vegas. I've been to casinos, and I've been to I've been to Reno, the mini Vegas, and I've been to a couple of casinos here and there, and it's always just like it's it's a it's a lot just from a gambling perspective because you go into a windowless building and you have nothing but flashing lights, monitors screaming, because nowadays like all slot machines they're all digital.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it is true. Like when you go into a casino, you completely, and that's the point. You lose track of time. They don't have windows.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no clocks. I mean, that doesn't really matter now that people have cell phones. But back in the day, that was like the mindset of setting up a casino. So you get in there and you stay for hours and hours, and all of a sudden it's 6 a.m. and you have no idea. You think it's midnight.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but like to me, gambling, like I'm not a huge gambling junkie. I like it, it's fun, but at a certain point, it gets kind of creepy
Yeah.
because you start to be around those people. And I've like been to other casinos. I was like in Montreal and like in a casino, and then I've been to Atlantic City, and you see those people that just sit down, and it doesn't matter. Like I saw a guy win like 10 grand off of a blackjack hand, one blackjack hand, didn't even like react. And then I
Yeah.
saw him 5 grand, didn't react. It was just like head down, keep putting the chips up. And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want to be part
Like,
of that shit.
at least he was winning because I guarantee you, like he probably reason why he probably didn't even react to 10 grand is because he's going to lose it in the next 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
And he did lose a lot of it. I
yeah.
don't think he
No,
lost all of it, but I'm sure he lost a ton in his gambling career. So
yeah.
like, and I mean, I don't. I do like it. I do like craps because craps is more of a. It's like a community thing.
Yeah.
Everyone is just like
Like you
like
you can play off each other and stuff. Now
right.
I remember the first so shortly after I turned 21, I was in Reno. And I was just like, "Hey, I'm 21. Let's gamble some." And so I go to the casino area of the hotel I was in, and I'm just like, I guess I'll play a slot machine first, and like just one of the cheap ones, like it cost $1 or something. So I put $1 in, hit the button, wheels roll, and then it's just like, first of all, like no way, like the slot machines I understand is that, oh yeah, you get like three in a row if you get the lines. But then the thing is, nowadays with the digital ones, there's five columns, and then they will count the diagonals sometimes. And
Mhm.
I'm just like I rolled it once, lights flashing, and I'm just like, did I win? I straight up couldn't tell. So I was with my friend and I was just like, I will maybe I'll play some blackjack. Like I know how to play blackjack. It's but I'm looking at the tables and the thing was because it was my first time, I was nervous and I was just like, let me go one where it's just me and the dealer and I don't have to like outbid these other guys, which I later found out is oh, it doesn't matter if other people are there. Like if you can still I don't know, it does matter because you have to beat them, but if you can both beat the dealer, that's great.
Well, it's not beating them, but like people that are experienced at blackjack, if you're a beginner, you need to ask someone that's experienced because you can talk to them like while you're at the table. Because the first time I played it, a long time ago at a casino, was you're not playing against them. You're kind of playing with them to try to bust the dealer. And the thing is,
Sure.
like, you have to know when to hit because if you hit at the wrong time, the entire table will curse you the fuck out because you were like, because like, and for instance, like if a dealer, if he's showing, say, like a six up, you just always
Yeah.
have to assume that he has he or she has a picture card, basically like a
Yeah, yeah.
something that
So
equals
so
10.
they're
Because that's
totally
the most
16.
likely. So like 16 they have to hit, 17 they have to stay. So if shown a six, you got to assume it's a 16. And then there was a player that I was with one time, and he had 13, and he hit, and everyone was like, "Oh, you fucking asshole!" Just because like it was, and he busted, and like everyone, like the two people like after him, they had like they basically had over 11, so so they
Yeah.
couldn't, so they wouldn't hit or they might bust, and he got busted, and then the dealer got a fucking five and got 21. So like that's like, but that it was like a king, I think. That king would have been the dealers and it would have busted and everyone would have won.
Yeah.
But everyone lost because he hit on that shit. And that's
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing that like that I wasn't experienced at first, but luckily that wasn't me because that guy got people were like, "You motherfucking piece of shit." But
Yeah. No.
but so you were in Reno though, right? Did you go to a
Yeah.
bro- Did you go to a brothel? Because actually in
N-
Vegas, prostitution isn't legal, but it is everywhere else in Nevada.
Wait, wait,
Nevada,
what do you mean it's illegal in Vegas these days? That makes no sense.
it's only
'Cause
illegal in Vegas,
really? Because
but everywhere else
what
in
I know of the history of what I know of the history of Vegas was it was literally founded in the middle of the desert by the mafia so that they could do whatever they wanted. And that was gambling, prostitution, like XYZ. So
right, but prostitution wasn't legal there, but it's still not legal in Vegas, but it's legal everywhere else in Nevada. I don't know
huh,
why I have to say Nevada. It's Nevada. I like saying Nevada, so I'm going to
it's
say Nevada.
Nevada.
But no,
That's
I
that's
know, I
a
know. People
yeah.
get
No,
upset.
yeah. But to answer your question, no, I didn't go to a brothel because I was only there for I was only there for one or two nights. I don't remember. And I'm there were three of us going through because we were road tripping from California to the East Coast, and we had like a strict schedule to make. So it's just like yeah, like we didn't venture too far out of the hotel even. We just like we
Oh,
went
I
down
gotcha.
to yeah. So it was a business trip more so than anything.
Okay, gotcha. Because yeah, there was like a lot of jokes on like Reno 911 was like they would go to like the brothel because that's like Reno is famous for that, and like the Bunny Ranch is near. I don't know if it's in Reno, but it's near it.
Yeah.
Or at least it's
Was
near
it?
it.
I think I heard a story of there was like there was like a Nevada prostitute. Maybe she was Vegas, maybe she might have been Reno. I don't know, but she had a record of a 10,000 body count, and and that's like she hit 10,000, slept with 10,000 guys
Oh, okay.
and retired.
Oh, fucking! I thought you
Yeah,
meant
no,
she
and,
killed ten
and she
thousand people.
said, yeah, she said she was like, yeah, I considered retiring at 8,000, but then I thought, hey, why not just see if I can make it to 10? Now it got harder because by this point she's now like an old woman. Like, so she's been a prostitute for like 40 years.
Jesus.
And it's just, and dude, her claim to fame was like, oh yeah, I've slept with everyone from like everyday people of Reno to like foreign royalty, a U.S. president or two. It's just like, hold on. But I think she wrote a book, and there's the part of me that's actually curious.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know if it was true or not. I mean, I didn't know if she was exaggerating her numbers,
I,
like like
I don't
Gene
know.
Simmons says he slept with like 20,000 women or some shit. But
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. It's like I would. It could very well be exaggerated, but it's also like it's one of those things of it's just like I could believe this is being true at the same time.
right.
Yeah.
But since I am in Vegas, no prostitutes for me this weekend.
Dang.
Uh,
Well,
just,
isn't it like the strip club
just coke and
capital?
strip clubs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, when you go to Vegas strip clubs, the strippers are very aggressive.
Mhm.
I remember the first time I went to a strip club in Vegas. I went in, and as soon as I went in, um, I was actually I had to go back to my room, and then I met up with my friends that were already there. And then I came in. I came to the strip club, and as soon as I got in, stripper came up to me and was like, uh, "Can you buy me a drink?" I was like, "Wait, I need to get like let me get a drink." And like she's like, "Well, do you want to dance?" I was like, "Hold on, can I get a drink first?" She's like, "This is a strip club, honey. Like, you don't just come here and not spend money." I was like, "I just walked in the fucking door."
Yeah.
It's just like they were like on it. They were like they were just. I mean, they knew that. I guess they knew the game, but they really wanted to.
Yeah.
They were like the hard sell.
Yeah. I mean,
Salesman.
it's possible you also just got like the most impatient stripper in the club, but who knows?
Could be, yeah.
Did she look good at least?
They all did, yeah.
Oh
They
yeah.
all did,
And,
but it was just like, but it
no, like
was
I haven't. Yeah. So like
she
I
wanted to
haven't
set
been.
the tone. She like threw a jab.
I haven't. What?
I said she wanted to set the tone, make sure
Yeah.
I knew that like I was there to spend money.
Yeah. All right. Well, hope did you wind up spending money?
No, I didn't get a lap dance that night.
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh yeah. No, it's like well, like an aggressive hard sell like that, it kind of kills the mood a little bit.
exactly. It's like a guy that you come up to a girl and just be like, just a random girl, like, "Can I buy you a drink?" She's like, "Ooh, who the fuck are
Yeah.
you? Get away from me." You gotta wine and dine. She didn't wine and dine
Yeah,
me.
you gotta be just like, oh, hello, you look like fun. Find me later. Like, yeah, like if you're like walking through the door, like,
It was the
yeah,
equivalent of like, yeah, if I was a guy and I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, let's fuck."
yeah.
Ugh.
No, I feel like
That's what she did. That's what she did to me. I was just like, "Easy. Let's take this slow."
yeah. No, I feel like at least with Vegas, you'll get. I feel like you'll get the champagne of strippers in Vegas, at least. Because like you ever see like I said, I was on a long road trip. I've done a bunch of those. Like you ever I'll be driving. Sometimes I'm driving and I'm in like the middle of nowhere, but I'll see a place that's just like, oh, gentlemen's club. And I'm just like, bro, we're as rural as can be. Like, how good could the strip club even be at a place like this? It's just like it's right low like I say like low budget strip clubs are like low budget porn. Just depressing. And usually the people don't even look.
Yeah, and I've been to yeah, I've been to a few. Yeah, I went to went to one. I used to work with this guy who was a complete scumbag, and he would actually, but he was like my boss, and we would go to this strip club just to not rural, but we weren't
Like a small town strip club.
right. We weren't
Yeah.
in we weren't in a city. And we would go there in, the afternoon. We would he would take me there like when we had lunch and he'd be like, let's just go, let's just pop in here for a second. And you want to talk about like the B squad. Jesus. It was yeah, it was
Yeah. No, there was a back when I was living on the East Coast, I'm in a small town in New England that so I'm working for this company. The thing is like most of the workforce at this company was old guys, like older, like 50 plus type of thing. And the thing is like so many of them were just so jaded. But the thing was there was one or two strip clubs in the town that apparently gave an employee discount to my company. And I never took advantage of it because all I could think of, I know these guys at work, they're all just like, look, hate my life, like that kind of grouchy and jaded. And it's like, I don't want to be standing around a strip club with those guys because it's just like, this don't seem right.
wait, hold on. You worked for a company that you had an employee discount at a strip club?
No, the strip club gave an employee discount because the thing was the company was the biggest thing in the area. So the reason there was like a town in this area to begin with was because of my company. So so it wasn't like strip club gave employee discounts when I was looking for apartments in the area. They're just like, oh yeah, you get like, well, since you're working for the company, we waive your application fees. So it's like, all right, that's pretty nice. Like, but but yeah, so yeah, because it was also like one of those things of you you'd go into a random restaurant, you could say just like, hey, who works at the company? Half the room would probably raise their hands because
Okay, I got you. So yeah, so they just got a lot of business from your company, so it's just like
exactly. Yeah, nah. So, but I was talking with like some of my friends, like like we were the young guys in town because we're all like fresh out of college working, and we're all just like, yeah, I don't think I want to see the inside because it's just like why go to a strip club and stand around with a bunch of other guys just getting boners together, or you could just like stay at home and watch porn. It's a little easier. Now,
or just
granted, you get that human interaction, which some people like.
or you just pay for a whore.
Yeah,
Or the was it the GFE, the
GFE.
girlfriend experience?
Uh,
If you have the
oh
money.
man, no, I don't think so. No,
Ever heard of that?
I'm trying. I feel like I have. Oh wait. Oh, the girlfriend experience. Like I I think that isn't that kind of like what gentlemen clubs in Japan do.
Yeah, and I've heard
Yeah,
also
it's
that
like
in
in like
South America
some
too.
yeah, it's like they sometimes they still strip and like dance naked, but more often than not, it's you get to just sit and have a conversation with a pretty girl.
Right, but they act like
Oh yeah,
you're
they'll
boyfriend.
dot on you
So,
and dote on you and stuff. Which
right. I mean, even that there was a show about that. It was actually with Elvis's granddaughter. It was called The Girlfriend Experience. I think it was on Showtime. They did like a couple seasons where she
huh.
basically was, yeah, she was like this. I don't know. I forget like what her job was, but she was just kind of like this, uh, like accounting clerk or something. But in her spare time, she was a girlfriend experience girl. So she had like five different boyfriends that would pay her like high level guys that paid her a lot of
Yeah.
money just to like that had wives and would take her and like so they know it was
So,
like discreet and would
so
take her out to dinner and like they would go on dates and then they would have sex. But it,
so they would have sex because I know
oh yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
like yeah no because then there's escort services which is basically the same thing of you hire someone to go on a date and you're not supposed like officially you don't sleep with them but usually you do so
Right. But that's also, yeah, that is like a one-time thing. But this is like where it's almost like you get paid, it's like hourly. I don't know hourly, but you get paid for like multiple experiences. So
geez.
it's like you have a girlfriend, but you just pay
But
her
you're
and you have
paying
like a wife or something. And then, well, most people like have wives, but yeah, they do it. And so they just like they kind of want like the intimacy and the sex rather than like an escort is just the sex.
yeah man that I'm impressed that people have that kind of money that they can just buy a girlfriend and because not only are they paying her, they're then also paying for the dates and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, to me, like I just fuck the intimacy. Like just let's get down to it. Like
Yeah,
if,
it's like time crunch.
but also, yeah, it's just also like if this is going to be fake, I just want it to be fake for one night. I don't want to like pretend
Yeah,
that we have
yeah.
like a
Like I feel like the repeated fakeness is what makes it sad.
right, right, right. Because
Yeah,
also
like
like a strip
well,
club, when I mean, obviously when it comes down to it, it is sort of like, I mean, it's fun to be there. I mean,
yeah,
and all that, like it's fun for a little while, but also like at a casino, it gets creepy after a while
yeah.
because
It's
you have
like
the same dudes that are
it.
just there and they
Yeah,
just
it's
like are
it's
just
one of
have
the
a
things of
thousand
it's
yard
like
stare of strippers.
yeah, it's one thing if you do like a surprise outing once in a while, but if you become a regular, it's just like
Yeah, and even that, like, it's just kind of but it's also, I'm like, all right, well, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, they're getting paid to like pretend like they like me, so just like, and to have like a girlfriend, the girlfriend experience, like to pay someone when you just know it's just completely phony.
like I bet you I bet you like half of them are like hoping that like oh it will start this way, but maybe it will become real. It's just like
Nah, it won't.
yeah, especially like that show you're talking about, like because she's doing that with five other guys.
Right, exactly. But it's just kind of they don't, they don't really care. It's just like
Well, well,
they
I guess
don't.
it's like
Oh.
no, it's just like it's just living in a fantasy world.
Well, yeah, it
Like
is it's fantasy. It is like
yeah, so
but it's like fantasy that's like prolonged fantasy rather than just getting a hooker for one night. It's like you have this girl for you know that.
how yeah, however many dates you can afford, I guess.
Right. I guess it's just like instead of fake lust with a prostitute, it's more of like fake love with a girlfriend, I
Yeah.
guess. So they're like
I,
they want to get the illusion of love from someone other than I'm
and
assuming.
it, geez, it like I'm sitting here thinking just like, man, if you dedicated time to like getting something, if you took the time and money and effort you went into making this fake girlfriend experience and put that in towards like getting a real girlfriend, you might actually be able to. But
True, but I don't know. I think people maybe I think they kind of just do want that like
yeah,
detachment in sense of like they don't want the real commitment.
I guess. Yeah.
But they want like the feeling like they're being loved, but they don't really want to commit because they want to be able to get out of it whenever they can. So, I mean, I guess I get that on some level. Um, I mean, I've definitely been like that. I don't want to fucking. I've never had a girlfriend experience. I've never gotten A hook, well, maybe some, but no, but I never understood. I don't know, just that, just doing like pretending to, you know, be in a
Yeah.
relationship with,
Yeah.
like,
I just kind of sit here thinking just like, dang, dude, are you just that miserable in life that which I don't know, maybe they are.
they want the good parts of a relationship and not the bad parts,
Which
which I do understand that because
yeah,
being in
it's
a
like
relationship
when you put it that way, it's just like, all right, fair enough. Like, yeah, what why pay for a bad experience? But then there are people who pay for a bad experience. Like there's people who like to pay to have people whack them in the balls.
well, yeah, because I mean, well, the thing that's true. Yeah, I didn't get that. Um, S&M is it's kind of fun sometimes, but I
I
never
get
do it.
I
I
know
never
it,
get a habit out of it.
yeah, well it's like I don't know, well there's like a difference between like S and M like tying up, maybe they whip you a little bit. And then there's another one where it's just like, hey, we're gonna just knee you in the balls and that's gonna make you come. It's just like what?
True, true. But I think it's just like the thing is like in my experience, like well, the experience I've had with certain girls, it is like, and I think this is like the girl's friend experience in prostitution, and I'm speaking for all guys out there. Um, that I think it's just they want the beginning part of a relationship, but once you date a girl and it gets about, I would say, 2 to 3 months in, she just sucks. She starts to really suck.
The honeymoon phase is over.
Well,
You're
yeah,
seeing the real person.
right, exactly. And it's I know there's like a famous well, Chris Rock. I mean, he said this in one of his stand-up specials that like he's like when you meet a person for the first time, like a relationship type way, you're meeting their representative, and
Yeah.
slowly shit comes out, and you're just like, ugh, Jesus, fuck. So I think that's kind of like I was saying the girlfriend experience. I think that what um guys, I mean, girls don't, maybe girls do that, I don't know, maybe there are guys that do the boyfriend experience, I don't know, but what they do is they just want like they just constantly want that beginning part of a relationship where everything is hunky-dory and you're nice with each other, and it's just all about, it's, I mean, physical, but also it's just like loving, but
Like
then
you get to just keep the infatuation.
exactly. Great. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Just the infatuation, the the beginning part of lust, and then lust is fun. Love is just it's fucking work. Like
Yeah.
it is like
Well, it's like they say, it's like the best things in life you got to work for. So, but maybe that's just the romantic in me talking.
yeah, I guess so. But I still want things to be fun. I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
when you're with
Well,
someone, it needs to be fun.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you're not having like, yeah, love takes work, but I feel like if you're not enjoying the work, then it's just like, then yeah, it's probably not. Then I think there's some deeper issues there because like you can do work, but you can still enjoy doing the work.
I feel like you know me by now. I don't
Oh yeah, I
really
know you don't, but
fucking work. I want
yeah,
things to be easy.
I'm saying that more as a blanket statement for like
It's
for other people. Like
right, right. So what's fun about the work? Like, give me an example of like work that is enjoyable but wouldn't be. Say, okay, say you got with someone that you were attracted to, and then it turned like it got to the point where like you saw that you didn't really want to be with them. So what would the work be? Meaning like the work that you enjoy versus the work that would just suck if you just found out you didn't like the person. You see what I'm saying?
I guess like I guess the work that could be good if you like the person, if or suck if you don't, is like is like the classic cliche of communication of like you open like if you open up and share your secrets and then you hear their secrets and stuff like that. And if it worked out well where it's just like, oh wow, like I feel closer to you now and like I feel good about that because like having learned your secrets, it's just like, oh, that's something about you I didn't know, but I like it. It's just like that's great. But then if you open up or someone opens up to you and you don't like what they you see or they don't like what they see, and it's just like now it's just like great, just took that big risk and now like so now that's all out in the open and it's not good because it's just like well, yeah, I don't know. It's like the thing was like when it's like sharing a secret with someone and then they like spread the secret around. It's like just like oh well fuck you.
It's yeah, especially if like the secret is like, you know, I used to be a stripper or work at a brothel in Reno, right?
Yeah, yeah, just like yeah yeah I've actually slept with 10,000 men, including a couple U.S. presidents.
I don't know. I kind of a U.S. president. I would like to, you know, bang a girl that possibly banged Bill Clinton.
I I well reach out to Monica Lewinsky. You can find her on Twitter.
Yeah, well, she's not a prostitute.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was kind of like it'd almost be like I was fucking a president or I'd fucked a president.
no, it's
It's a good thing to have under your belt. I feel like that
you're
would
what's the word? You're like you're tunnel brothers with the president now.
Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo brothers with the president. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
that's a good conversation starter with anyone.
Yeah. No, it's just like so. Why should we hire you? The president is my brother, figuratively speaking.
Shit, I would say that at Thanksgiving to my grandmother just to start a conversation.
Just like top of the resume, like like just find the president's house, find the president's house at Thanksgiving, invite yourself over. Just secret security is just like, what are you doing here? I'm his brother.
That's right. I'm sure Bill Clinton, he probably could sense it.
Yeah,
Yeah, look
but
at me.
yeah, he's just like, I know that smell anywhere.
Well, just smell my fingers.
It's just
Oh, I don't do it good, Bill Clinton. Oh man. All right, well, I
but you might have to go pack for a trip. So
well, I'm packing for a trip, but also I'm getting back to watching fucking NCAA tournament because I got a lot of money on the line, and
yeah, place your bets because you're going to the place to do that. Be sure to stock up on condoms and penicillin and whatever counteracts roofies because I've seen The Hangover. And two of the viewers out there, whether you're gambling, discussing things with a prostitute, or doing any of the random things we talked about this evening, like we hope that you enjoyed the conversation that truly matters. So we thank the Wife to Wolf team for bringing you this content. And as always, whether you're laughing or crying or having a girlfriend experience, we hope you might as well howl with it. Good night, everybody.
good night, everybody. And fellas, if you plan to get really fucked up, especially if you're going to Vegas,